Okay, hello everyone and welcome to today's exciting Hong Kong Tourism Board webinar, Tea Appreciation and Sound Bath Wellness Experience. I'm Dan McDonald, Sales and Marketing Associate with Baxter Media, and today is Tuesday, June 1st. Today you'll get to see a presentation by Linda Ho, Manager of Trade Marketing for the Hong Kong Tourism Board in New York, followed by a tea appreciation demo by Leo Lokidi, CEO of Tea and Whisk. We'll also get to hear a short presentation by Yuen Can Wong, Manager of Trade Marketing with the HKTB in Toronto. Then we'll get to enjoy a demonstration with Karen Lowe, founder of Sound Care, who is a certified singing bowl therapy practitioner, aromatherapist, Akashic record reader, and candle artist. Wrapping up the webinar, we'll all take part in an exciting game of Kahoot to answer questions and win prizes. To participate in the game, please have a second device available, preferably a mobile phone. Now, just before we get into things, I'd like to let our viewers know that if you have any questions during this webinar, just type them into the Q&A section of the public chat box, which will be towards the right-hand side of this page, and those questions will be answered in a short Q&A session prior to the Kahoot game today. And remember, this is a live session, so your patience is appreciated during any technical difficulties that might arise. I will now hand things over to Linda Ho with the Hong Kong Tourist Board in New York. Welcome, Linda. Thanks for being here.
Hello. Hong Kong, well known as Asia's cruise hub, has just completed a very successful May Art Month, featuring the world's renowned Art Basel Hong Kong. Art Months also include a multitude of ongoing events and activities, including the art walk itineraries and online showcases. Please check out discoverhongkong.com for more information. I forgot to advance the slide, so let's go. Hong Kong's waterfront area at the edge of the Kowloon Peninsula is the site of the West Kowloon District. It's one of the largest cultural projects in the world, offering museums, theaters, concert halls, and other performance venues, which will serve as the international standard art hub. M+ Museum joins the C3 Center, Free Space Theatre, and the Art Park to form part of the formidable West Kowloon Cultural District. The much-anticipated M+ joins elite international museum powerhouses like the Louvre and the Tate Modern. It's a museum like no others, dedicated to collecting, exhibiting, and interpreting moving images, visual art, design and architecture, and Hong Kong visual culture of the 20th and 21st centuries. It's slated to open in late 2021. Siju is the Chinese name for traditional Chinese opera, which is originated in Beijing. The design of the C3 Center is inspired by traditional Chinese lanterns and blends traditional and contemporary elements to reflect the evolving nature of the art form. As you can see on in the photo on the right, the main entrance is shaped to resemble the parted stage curtains, and visitors are led directly into a lively atrium with a raised podium and space for presenting the rich and ancient culture of Chinese traditional theater. Hong Kong features a wide array of amazing museums. To name a few, just along the Tsim Sha Tsui waterfront, the Hong Kong Museum of Art, the Museum of History, Space Museum, and Science Museum. Across the harbour in Central District, you can find my favorite teaware museum in Hong Kong Park, and just a stone's throw away, Tai Kwun, which was originally a courthouse and prison cells. Over the last decade, Hong Kong has been at the center of an Asian art boom, with world-class galleries and festivals fueling the city's rise as Asia's art hub. Hong Kong has a wide range of art galleries, from contemporary to classic. Just to name a few, the White Cube is one of the world's leading contemporary art galleries. Gagosian, representing some of the highest selling artists of all time, including Damien Hirst and Jeff Koons. Parasite Art Space is Hong Kong's leading contemporary art center and one of the oldest independent and most active art institutes in Asia. Street art has become an important fiber of Hong Kong's evolving art and cultural scene. Imagine leaving a 100-year-old temple only to encounter the modern juxtaposition of our own brand of vibrant street art. If your clients are looking for that perfect Instagram background, look no further than the city's colorful street art installation. Thanks to an annual street art and mural festival called Hong Kong Walls, artists are invited to paint walls in the many different neighborhoods. You can find a guide that will show you where to find this amazing work of street art on discoverhongkong.com website. PMQ is the perfect place to experience Hong Kong's local artisan culture. In 2014, the complex, which used to be the police married quarters, was revitalized into what we now know as PMQ, a creative hub filled with design studios and workshops. Here's where you can get an all-in-one shopping experience, uncover unique souvenirs, local designer boutiques, and explore art galleries. Almost 100 design and other creative enterprises call PMQ home. And now, it's tea time. May I introduce you to our acclaimed tea master, Mr. Leo Lucidi. He will demonstrate the art of tea appreciation. Leo, over to you.
Thank you, Linda. Hello, everybody. My name's Leo. As you guys know, tea is a big part of China's culture. Hong Kong is one of the places that drink the most tea, actually. So tea has been around for a while, and it's been a couple thousand years. And there's a lot of reasons why you want to drink tea. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the health benefits. There's tons of health benefits, and it's been scientifically proven. It's been around for a while, but a lot of people doesn't know that, for example, tea has a lot of antioxidants. And the antioxidants, a lot of people don't even know what that means. So it's basically, it's what prevents free radical damage to your body that actually could cause cancer. So it can prevent your body from getting cancer. So that's a huge thing. And think about like a faucet at home. You know how like your faucet have rust on them. So the rust is actually a result of that radical damage. So antioxidants is basically almost like preventing that rust from forming. So think about antioxidants like rust prevention. So and that's one of the big thing. But another thing, tea has a lot of catechins. And catechins have so many good benefits. So one of them is to protect your brain. So basically, it can decrease the risk of developing Alzheimer or Parkinson's disease. And another thing that is cool with tea, with the L-theanine, it contains a lot of L-theanine. L-theanine keeps you calm, but it also have a lot of caffeine that can increase your focus. So you get the focus without the jittery, because the L-theanine is actually gonna kind of like balance it out a little bit. Tea also good for your heart. So it can lower your blood pressure, increase your metabolism, and help you burn a lot of fat. Another one that a lot of people doesn't know, actually, catechin in tea also killing a certain type of bacteria. And that bacteria is actually what causes the bad breath in your mouth. And it can be killed by drinking tea. A lot of people doesn't know that. So tea actually help with your breath too. So basically, it can increase a lot of your lifespan, and that's one of the great thing about drinking tea. I recommend to drink like 3 times a day at least. But just for health benefits, sometimes it's very difficult if you don't appreciate the tea. So the next part I want to show you is how can you enjoy tea and while benefiting from the health benefits. So in front of me is traditional teaware that's been around since the Qing Dynasty. So this is like a ceremonial style, but a lot of people, when they think about ceremonial, sometimes they think it's like that, like really, it's just for demonstration, but it's not just about for demonstration. It actually has a lot of benefits and can help you understand why you should drink tea this way. I'm gonna show you how. This is very simple. I have a water here boiling. I have a teapot. This is what we call a Fanner's cup, which is a tea pitcher and strainer, a tea pads, and I'm going to explain to you. This is the basic settings for the Gongfu ceremony or Gongfu brewing method. And for example, I have a oolong tea in front of me. So the first step, usually you're going to show your guests about what's the tea that you will be drinking, and then I'm going to flip this. Flip this, and then I'm gonna put this into the teapot, the first step you're gonna do is to rinse the tea. Chinese people believe that the tea has been storing in your storage a lot of time, or like sometimes it's been aged and it collects some dust. So the first step you always want to do is to rinse the tea real quick. So what you do, you just put boiling water and you're going to pour it out immediately into this fairness cup or tea pitcher. And I'll explain to you why you need to pour it here first instead of pouring it directly to the cups. So now, as soon as you do that, so not only you kind of clear the leaf from dust, you also open up the leaves. So before I do anything with that, I'm gonna pour another hot water into the pot. And what you will do is, you're going to use this because this is, Chinese people believe this is or like culturally think this is not a clean tea because there's dust. So, but you don't want to throw this away. Instead, you're going to kind of heat up the cup and also heat up your teapots. What it does also, the remaining, you can also put this to pour it into your tea pads. The tea pads is basically a good luck pad. Instead of throwing away this rinse, you don't want to throw it away. You put it into your pot. So over time, your tea pad will have a special smell that will release that tea flavor. So by the time you're done with doing this, you can throw away this water too. Your cup has flavor. Your tea should be ready for consumption. And then you just put it like this. So you don't even think about how long you brew this. That steps that I just did, it's actually about 30 to 40 seconds, and that's about the timing that you're gonna need for this oolong tea. And this is how you're gonna make the perfect tea every time. And after that, you're just going to pour this, and then your tea is ready to be served and to be enjoyed. And you can repeat this process multiple times. This tea can be repeated 3 times to 6 times. As you can see, it's a lot faster than like a Western style. You can brew this like 3 times to 6 times, and you get the best flavor out of it, because when you brew it like really strong, like a Western style, you bring out everything from the bitterness. You can also bring out all the bad stuff from the tea. So you don't really want to do that. You want to brew it really quick. You get just the best part of the tea. And by doing this, it's going to encourage you to enjoy the moment. It's a lot more fun than just drinking in like a big teapot. So not just the health benefit, it's actually a lot of fun. So I really encourage you to look into this and learn more about it. Thank you again, Linda. Hopefully everybody learned about the tea appreciation today.
Thank you, Leo. That was very interesting. I hope you all enjoyed that and learned something new about tea today. I'm Yuen. I'm with the Hong Kong Tourism Board in Toronto. And right now, I'd like to take you through quickly about the great outdoors in Hong Kong. Today, we are all very extra mindful about the relaxation and calmness provided by the great outdoors and the burgeoning wellness scene. I'd like to give you an idea of what awaits you in Hong Kong in terms of awakening your senses in the great outdoors. But let's start with our latest video to give you an overview.
Close to nature and more. Immerse in all with 360 Hong Kong moments.
Hope you enjoyed that. All right. Now, everyone is familiar with the famous city skyline of Hong Kong, but do you know where these shots are taken from? Hong Kong has numerous vistas from which to take million-dollar skyline shots by day or by night. The mountain trails are the best place to find beautiful bird's eye view vantages. And you'll be surprised to know that these locations often are less than an hour's journey from the city center. And of course, the great outdoors is about feeling and touching the earth, taking us back to where we came from and how the land was formed millions of years ago, like the UNESCO Geopark in Saigon. To see and touch the formations that were created in prehistoric times and to immerse yourself in it and be one with it is priceless. Hong Kong is the culinary capital of Asia. And it all begins with the roots of local home-style cooking that can be found outside the city. The first settlers of Hong Kong, the Hakka people, have a unique cuisine that is adopted and modified in a lot of Hong Kong food. Try out the authentic meals when you visit the locals in the New Territories and the outlying islands, where restaurants in the fishing villages will cook you the catch of the day. Hong Kong means fragrant port in Cantonese, aptly named as the popular port for importing and exporting spice along the spice routes in years past. With working fishing villages, salt farms, and more, Hong Kong has unique smells that are representative of its background, culture, and food. Find out more about these on the trails you take. In Hong Kong, the great outdoors is not just about nature. It's about the people, history, culinary influences, and more. Once you're in the country, you will forget the hustle and bustle of the city. You will find tranquility and sounds of nature that will calm your inner being. Take a break and listen to nature's concerto. You will find that there are lots to listen to, even in the silence. That person on the right with the bowl is practicing sound bath therapy with a singing bowl. And that serves as a perfect segue to a sound bath demonstration by Karen Lowe, who is based in Hong Kong and has kindly agreed to share a sound bath experience with us, even though it's well past her bedtime. Over to you, Karen.
Hello everyone, welcome to Sound Care to enjoy the sound bath for relaxation. Before we start, I would like to give a brief introduction of sound healing. Sound healing is the use of instruments and voice to clear any blockage in our body. It also creates a state of harmony in our body and mind. Some of the popular instruments that we use in sound healings include crystal bowls, Tibetan singing bowls, gongs, and tuning forks. The sound healing can be in the form of one-on-one sound massage and also in group session like the sound bath that we're going to do in a minute. Today, we're going to use Tibetan singing bowls. As I invite the sound from the singing bowl, there are vibrational effects on our body, mind, and energy flow. The sound created from the singing bowl create the energy vibrations that help us in reducing our stress and anxiety. It also promotes deep relaxation while stimulating our immune system. It can help us to improve our sleeping quality and circulation. Hence, it can help to reduce pain and muscle stiffness. Ultimately, it will create a state of happiness, peace, and well-being. All in all, sound healing is an incredible inner journey that everyone should experience. So let's get it started. Please make sure you are in a comfortable position. The session will last for about 10 minutes. And when you hear the bell rings, it indicates the end of the session. Now bring your focus on your breath. and you may close your eyes. Pay attention to your lungs, how they expand and contract. When you breathe in, imagine that you are breathing new energy. And when you breathe out, all your stress fade away. Inhale, breathe in all the new energy. And exhale all the stress away. Let another breathe in naturally, imagining there is a bright future. And when you exhale, all the tensions ease. Now allow your breath naturally breathe in and breathe out. You can focus on the sound of the singing bowl. When I invite the sound by striking or rimming, let yourself feel the calm and peaceful. Exhale, exhale, or exhale all the stress away. Let another breathe in naturally, imagining there is a bright future. And when you exhale, all the tensions ease. Now allow your breath naturally breathe in and breathe out. You can focus on the sound of the singing bowl. When I invite the sound by striking or rimming, let yourself feel the calm and peaceful. Now gently open your eyes and take a few fresh breaths. I hope you enjoy the sound bath, and I wish to see you all in Hong Kong very soon. Have a good day.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much, Karen.
For the question and answers, if there are any questions for Karen, please email it to us, and we will hook up with Karen and get you the answers to your questions. Okay, sorry about this technical difficulties we're having. Appreciate your patience, and I hope you enjoyed the recorded experience anyways. Jen?
Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Yuen. Okay, so Yuen, let's take a look in here. There are some questions that were submitted here. The first one is from Judy Fawcett. Judy asks, what is the tea pad? Does it have a purpose? It looks like a swan.
Yes. The tea pad is like basically it's like an animal pad. So it's like a companion, just like a pad. Normally, it's a companion for human. This is a companion for tea drinkers. You can call it that way. So what it does, when I pour the tea, and the first tea was a rinse. So instead of throwing it away, you use that to shower your tea pad. Your tea pad needs food, and the food is your tea. And if you throw away the waste, it's considered bad luck, just because Chinese, we believe in not wasting anything. We do not like to waste, even though it's a waste considered, but we don't like to waste them. So that's how we shower our tea pad. So the tea pad, yes, it does change color. I forgot to mention that. It turned into white. There's a lot of different tea pad. So I like this one. There's a pig tea pad. This is depending on what animal you like. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be an animal. It could be like something like cool, like really like dragon. Sometimes you'll see like a baby monk. But the goal is really for the good luck, and then it will absorb the smell of the tea, and over time it will have a really amazing smell. That's basically what's the purpose.
That's so neat. Thanks, Leo.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Charles asks, will you be sharing any current HK entry visa information? Yuen, can you shed any light on that one?
Currently, the information, the updated information can be found on our website. I believe we still have quarantine in place, and a negative PCR test is also required before entry. But for most updated information, please go to our website. There will be a link from there that you can click on, and it will provide you with the latest information available. It's discoverhongkong.com. Okay, it's our website, discoverhongkong.com.
Maybe I would like to add to it. Currently, Hong Kong is only open for Hong Kong residents. So international travelers are still banned from arriving into Hong Kong. But yes, go to the website. You can get the most up-to-date information about the entry regulations.
That's great. Thank you so much, Linda and Yuen. Feel free to even type that link into the chat box, that anyone who wants to click on it can do so. And Deborah says, beautiful ceremony, Karen. I've only just started with my singing bowl, but I would love to try it more. That's great. And then here's a question that I can answer. Venencia asks, will we get a copy of this presentation? I would love to review this again. Yes, definitely, Venencia. This is being recorded, and it's going to be processing this afternoon, and I should be able to send you all the recording of this tomorrow, probably by the early afternoon. So anyone that's attended today, or even people that happen to join a little bit late, I'd be happy to send this to you tomorrow afternoon. I will absolutely do that. And let's see here. And Charles is asking about current quarantine requirements for visitors.
Yes, for Hong Kong residents arriving into Hong Kong, they still need to quarantine for 21 days at the designated hotel by the government.
Okay. That's perfect. Okay. And let's see. We have a couple more questions for Karen that we can send to her afterwards. And and Arlene says, thank you for sending us the recording later on. That's no problem, Arlene. Absolutely. That's my pleasure. And I do believe that's it for the questions. Yeah. So Yuen and Danielle, would you like to take over for the next phase of the webinar?
Yes, Danielle, take it over.
Sure. Can you advance the slide for me, Ewan?
Sure.
Thank you. All right. So now it is time to play Kahoot. There will be 5 winners. So there's a good chance of you winning one of 5 gift cards. We have one $100 gift card and 4 $50 gift cards. And it's all based on the information that you heard today. For those who are not familiar with the game, I'll provide a quick set of instructions that you see on your screen. First, make sure you have a separate device for the game, preferably a cell phone or tablet. The questions will be presented on the screen where you are seeing the presentation, but you'll use your cell phone or tablet to input your answers to the questions. On your cell phone, go to the browser and type in kahoot.it in the URL space. Make sure you don't go to kahoot.com, it's kahoot.it. You'll then be taken to the Kahoot screen where you'll see the game pin under the word Kahoot. From my screen, which I'll share with you in a minute, you will see the game pin. But now you just see a series of X's. You'll enter the game pin on your second device. And in case you get bumped from the game, you'll need the game pin in order to re-enter. The game pin will always be on the bottom of my screen if you need it. After you've entered the game pin, you will need to enter your email address so we can contact you if you're a winner. And then next, under nickname, please put your first name. And then you should be ready to go. So if you're ready, I will share my screen with the game pin.
Neil, thanks for asking. We'll be starting the Kahoot game very shortly, in just a few seconds now. Here we go. It's loading. So I can see it, and can you guys all see it as well?
It's loading.
499-5241.
Hey, Dana.
That's right. Yeah, that's right, you guys. And I see your comment there. The pin did change. So just go back to kahoot.it.
Yes.
Go back to kahoot.it, and that game pin is displayed there on the upper right corner of the screen. 499-5241. I see you guys are entering now. That's great. And can you guys all see the screen share there with the names popping up on the screen? If you guys can see it okay, just type a message into the chat box. Glad you guys can see it. That's great.
Good. Everyone's coming in. We'll give a couple of more minutes for people to join.
Yeah, sure. Up to 80 people now, which is great.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. We're going to get started really, really soon. We're just going to make sure as many people as possible can get joined up.
Thank you for your patience, everyone.
Oh, look at that. Lots of people. Great.
Okay, so I think we are ready to start. I will leave the game unlocked so more people can join in. But let's start. Okay. Ready for the first question, everybody? All right, let's go. What is the name of Hong Kong's newest Museum of Contemporary Visual Culture in the West Kowloon Cultural District? Is it the Situ Center, Hong Kong Museum of Art, M+, or Tycoon?
And you guys have 30 seconds to answer. You respond, Warren, you respond by clicking on the available options up on the screen.
Yes, on your phone, on your second device, or on your separate browser. You have to click on the colored boxes. Okay, the answer is M+, and we have 27 correct answers. Linda is at the top with 917 points. But it's still early on in the game, so let's see what the next question is. It's a double points question. The entrance of this building resembles parting curtains and showcases Cantonese opera and traditional Chinese theater. Who knows what the answer is? Tycoon, Situ Center, M+, or Hong Kong Museum of Modern Art? 30 seconds to answer your question. The question.
You guys should see the available answers there on the screen of your smartphone or the other browser you're in.
It's a beautiful building.
And again, to anyone that wasn't able to join yet, I recommend joining on a separate device. So, for example, your smartphone, and go to kahoot.it. And that's kahoot.it.
Okay, the answer is Sichu Center, and most people got this answer correct. Mia Park is now ahead of the game with 2,270 points, double points. All right, now next question. How do you assure everyone gets the same strength of tea? Now, this is a Leo question. Do you pour the tea into a tea pitcher first before pouring into the guest cup? Do you pour the tea into everyone's cup as quickly as possible? Rinse the tea quickly before serving it to guests? Or none of the above? For those just joining the game pin is 4995241. All right. You pour the tea into a tea pitcher first before pouring it into guest's cup. And 27 people got that correct. Now, let's see. Mike. Mike has now taken the first place on the podium. And we're on to the next question. What is the health benefit of drinking tea? Is it good for your heart and lowers your blood pressure? Boosts focus and brain function without the jitters? Increases metabolism and help increase fat burning? Or all of the above? Now, let's see. We have a few seconds left to answer the question. I think everyone's handed the question. All of the above, correct. I guess everybody has been paying attention to Leo's presentation. Good for you. Now, let's see who is at the top now. Mr. P. Mr. P with 3,549 points. Brian L. is not far behind, as is Sharon L. So we still have more questions. So let's see. Question 5. Double points question again. What type of tea did Leo use for the Kung Fu tea demonstration today? Is it jasmine, oolong, pu'er, or dragon well? Now, I think this is a tough question. If you don't recall hearing him say anything about the tea from the leaves of the tea that he was using, could you tell? Would it be jasmine, pu'er, oolong, or dragon well? And the color of the tea that was brewed would also likely give you the answer. And it's oolong. 66 people got that correct. Excellent. Oh, Brian is now up on the top, and Sharon has also moved up to second position. And Mr. P now is in third position. Question 6 now. Where is the UNESCO Geopark located in Hong Kong? Is it on Lantau Island, West Kowloon, Sai Kung, or Cheung Chau Island? The UNESCO Geopark has really nice rock formations that were formed millions of years ago. Now, 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. And Sai Kung is the correct answer, and 28 people got that correct. Let's see who is on the podium now. Oh, Sharon is on fire. She has had the highest answer streak of 6 correct answers. Brian is still at the top, though, with 5,637 points. Sharon not far behind. Question 7. The Great Outdoors in Hong Kong is about nature and people, history, culinary influences, or all of the above? Is it about nature? Is it about the smells, the taste, the sights, the hearing, the feelings? What is it about? It's all of the above. Wow, most people got that correct. Excellent. And it's still Brian at the top with Sharon in second position, and Karen now is in third position. Question 8. What are the benefits of sound healing? It reduces stress and anxiety. It reduces muscle stiffness. It improves sleeping quality, or all of the above.
Ewan, I'm getting a little bit of background noise on your end. Did an ad pop up on your screen?
Nope. No pop-ups on mine.
Huh, there's none on my end either. Oh, that's so weird. And everybody else is muted.
That's funny. Okay, all of the above. Most people again got that correct. Excellent. And Brian still at the top with Karen and Sharon, Karen, Mr. P, and Natalie. Very good. Not to despair though, there are 2 more questions to go, and this is a double point question. What are the 2 methods used to invite the sound from a singing bowl? Is it striking and tapping, pounding and recalling, echoing and striking, or striking and rimming? This is a double points question, so think carefully, people. If you had been observing what Karen was doing, you should be able to answer this question. 38 people got that correct. Striking and rimming. Very good. Let's see if there's any change to the podium. Wow, Mr. P has moved up a few spots and is in first position now with that double points question. Karen T also has moved up, as has Natalie. And Eddie and Winnie, I believe, are now new on the podium. Last question. Which of the following is not a popular instrument of sound healing? A tuning fork, a cymbal, a gong, or a crystal bowl? This question might be a bit tricky because they all seem to produce some form of sound. Which is the one that is not an instrument of sound healing? The cymbal. And 15 people got that correct. If you think about it, the cymbal makes a loud noise, right? It doesn't give you a calm sound. So that might have given that away. But nonetheless, let's see who is the top winner. Well, in third position is Linda with 7,997 points. Second position is Eddie with 8,087. And Mr. P is in the first position with 8,608 points. All right. And we had fourth and fifth position as well. So these people, congratulations for winning. You will all be getting a prize, and we will be sending you an email to get more details from you. Okay, congratulations, everybody, and thank you for taking part. It was a very exciting game, and it was great to see that the people who are participating actively. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, everyone. Well done.
Over to you, Dan.
Great. I'll just move on to the final slide here. So you guys can see some contact information up on your screen here. If you happen to sign in late, or if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to the Hong Kong Tourism Board team. And I would like to thank everyone that tuned into the webinar today. Thank you all so much for being here, and from all of us here at Baxter Media. I'd like to thank our guest speakers. I want to give a massive thank you to Karen Lowe, Leo Lativi, Linda Ho, and Yuen Can Wong. Thank you all so much for joining us virtually today.
Thank you, everyone. If you need more information, again, the contacts are on the screen right now. For US contacts, you can contact Linda Ho at linda.ho@hktb.com, Danielle Paris at danielle.paris@hktb.com, and those in Canada can contact me, yk.wong@hkdb.com. Thank you once again for joining us. And again, thank you so much for your patience as we navigate through the technical difficulties we had today.
Thank you
very
again.
much, Yuen.
Yeah, thank you again. And on behalf of Karen, she apologized, but hope that you enjoy her session. and also the tea appreciation. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you, Karen. Thank you,
everyone.
Leo. Thank you.
Thank you all for being here. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.